Hello everyone and welcome! Today I'm going to be having a look at the new FCX18 LC80 Toyota Land Cruiser ready to run RC crawler from FMS. Along with unboxing this rig and testing out all of its various features, I'll be taking it for a pretty epic test drive, a 1/18 scale 100 miles in length, or just over 5.5 actual miles for those who lack an imagination. This hours-long epic test drive won't just be any walk in the park though. It's well, I guess technically it will be a walk in the park. Regardless, this tiny Toyota includes some impressive features such as portal axles, a 2-speed transmission, oil-filled shocks, functional lights, and a detailed hardbody, all just for $180. But can this tiny Toyota really withstand nearly 6 miles of Southwest Ohio's most treacherous wilderness? Well, let's find out. The FCX line from FMS continues to expand, with this FCX18 Land Cruiser representing one of the latest and perhaps the most impressive models so far. Regular viewers may recall two prior models from the FCX series that I've reviewed prior, those being the FCX24 Power Wagon and the Smasher. To hobbyists familiar with those models, many parts of this FCX18 will be familiar. However, there have been various improvements on a number of components mounted to this new chassis. Before we dive into those changes though, fortunately many aspects of FMS models that we like and expect are present here. These include a nice styrofoam carrying case, a decent ready-to-run transmitter, which I've particularly enjoyed having the ability to adjust the drag brake intensity on the fly using the two right-hand side dip switches, more on that later. You also get a nice manual useful for beginner hobbyists or if you're taking this vehicle apart for modifications. This is a completely ready-to-run truck, only requiring 4 AAA batteries for the transmitter. A wheel wrench, the battery charger, and some decals are included, along with a hitch that you can install. FMS sells trailers that you can tow with this LC80. Right out of the box, this truck looks great. 3 color options are available when ordering. They include a 2-tone blue and gray, yellow, and this metallic gunmetal color that you see here. This is a very well detailed hardbody with a number of nice accessories right out of the box. The windows are tinted but not fully blacked out, leaving potential to add some form of custom interior if desired. I've heard FMS plans to offer an interior for this truck in the future. LEDs are fitted to the front and rear of the truck and the roof rack. As I've said many times, I'm not a huge fan of the turn signals always activating when steering and the brake lights only activating when reversing, but beyond those little nitpicks, a very impressive light setup. Underneath will look very familiar to those who have experience with prior FCX models. However, right away I could see a few differences such as metal links and adjustable oil-filled shocks. The metal frame rails are also unique to this new FCX18 along with a larger 180 size motor. According to the box, metal portal gears and ball bearings are present on this chassis. Other gears in the drivetrain are plastic like on other FCX series vehicles. Unlike many RC crawlers from other manufacturers, this body is not as easily removable, requiring 4 small screws to be removed, so to access the battery you can simply open the hood. A 900 mAh 2S LiPo battery is included with this truck, providing impressive run times of well over an hour. Yet another nice upgrade for this LC80. A solid rig right out of the box that I think strikes a nice balance of scale realism and off-road performance. Is there room for improvement? Sure, and some hobbyists will want to go the extra step, but you're really getting a lot for $180. And for many hobbyists, what's included in the box will be more than what you need for typical trail driving and crawling. It seems that FMS has taken the already successful FCX24 platform with its 2-speed transmission and portal axles and simply improved various elements such as the shocks and the links. I'm impressed by how quickly FMS has been improving their products, with the wait in between each new release being months, not years. Prior FCX models have been a blast right out of the box with lots of potential for upgrades. This new FCX18 is a big step in the right direction, providing even better performance right out of the box without a significant jump in price. Driving 100 miles in 1/18 scale is a bit of a task, but thanks to this truck's portal axles that don't get hung up on every little rock and root when driving down the trails, that 2-speed transmission that lets the truck run at faster than a walking pace when in high gear, and room for larger size batteries, including that 900 mAh LiPo that comes with this truck, this challenge only wasted an afternoon and not a whole weekend. Off camera, I did drive this truck through some water. I didn't see it advertised as being waterproof or water resistant, but I was careful and kept it mostly below the chassis, and it didn't fry anything. The lights also work really well when this truck is driving at night. It's sort of like strapping a flashlight to the roof. It makes driving at night a lot more fun, and you can really see the terrain that's in front of the truck. Out of the box, this truck is a lot of fun to drive and pretty capable considering the well-detailed hard body sitting on top. Probably no surprise, but with this combination of hard body and portal axles, it's a little top heavy, but not terrible. Putting some more weight down low would be a good upgrade. I believe these stock tires are a little softer than some of the ones prior, and they do a pretty good job, but some aftermarket ones could definitely increase this truck's capabilities as well. As I mentioned, right from the transmitter you can adjust the drag brake intensity instantly by just flipping a couple of switches. This is great as when I'm slow crawling on some tough terrain, I want the drag brake to be on full. But when I'm in high gear cruising down some flat trails, I want the truck to coast when I lay off the throttle and not immediately slam the brakes. The suspension movement is so much smoother with these oil-filled shocks. Probably needless to say, but driving this thing was a lot of fun. If you want to walk with this thing for 6 miles, it'll do it. But honestly, find yourself some nice scale scenery such as this, and let this rig tackle the terrain. This officially licensed FCX18 Toyota LC80 is an extremely impressive model that offers a great blend of off-road performance and scale realism. As great as those prior FCX models are, this FCX18 does seem like a nice improvement, particularly with the metal links and those oil-filled shocks. The 2-speed transmission is a terrific asset. While there is a bit of slop in the drivetrain, there's virtually no compromise on speed or torque. This truck slow crawls effortlessly in slow gear with plenty of torque for most obstacles. When the terrain turns smooth though, simply switching into high gear allows the truck to travel faster than a walking pace, even fast enough to catch a little air over some ramps. There just isn't much compromise with this drivetrain setup. Another great move was installing that 900 mAh LiPo. Runtime is very good and you can really cover some distance with this larger battery. Its placement at the very front also seems to aid in getting up some steep slopes. The truck does perform very well out of the box, however, as with anything, you will probably want to consider doing some mods if you really want this rig to reach its full potential. I've already put some miles on this LC80, but I definitely look forward to putting on many more. Just a very fun truck to drive. A nice blend of trail truck aesthetics and more crawler-like performance. I want to thank FMS for sending this model and letting me share my thoughts with all of you. If you're interested in ordering one of these trucks, I have included the link below in the description. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. Huge thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time.